started by my grandfather in 1928. I've been here full-time about 11 years now. I used to help out when I was a kid, so I have quite amount of time spent here. In recent years, I would think that Chinese New Year is a time to reflect back on a time of closeness, when you actually in the hustle and bustle of daily life, the things that we always do, but sometimes we have our family members, and I think Chinese New Year is a time that you really come together and you try to keep whatever closeness you have. Myself and my two sisters, I have an elder sister and a younger sister. And my parents have been a close-knit family for many years. It's always the time where we have our family dinners together. We'll do our family visits to all the relatives. It's times like this that we will see people we haven't seen. You see maybe once a year, twice a year. To quote one that was really funny was once we had a Chinese New Year dinner. My mom will be busy toiling away preparing the dinner from one day before the eve. And on the eve itself, she will still finalize everything and make sure it's all good for dinner. And my sisters will help her, and I will help her at the shop as and when. Then came close that one time she experimented with a different soup. It was an abalone soup lah. I think that there was a problem with the can that she used because when I drank it, I told her, Mom, this tastes like kerosene. I said, oh, kerosene soup. It's quite interesting. We tend to close during the Chinese New Year, but what we do is we do a lot of baking for our marble cakes. That's as early as I can remember, that's what we've always been doing. Come close to Chinese New Year, we only make the butter cakes instead of the kaya rolls as well. We used to do midnight baking back in those days. We're talking about 15-20 years ago. We'll bake overnight just to meet the orders. But in recent years, because now we've gotten additional ovens and mixers, so we actually can do it within our actual operating hours. We normally operate my shop until the eve of Chinese New Year, where we close about 2 or 3 o'clock. And my mom will say, come back for dinner by 6. We started sitting down at 7, and year on year, my dad's gonna be running a bit late, my mom's always gonna be a bit wet. Because she stresses on the sitting down and having that family meal together. One thing I always enjoy is that my mom makes her own ha peng, and she makes her own achar. The prawn crackers and the achar. I will just sit in front of the TV with a bowl of prawn crackers, another bowl of achar, and I got to my size that way eventually, among other things that I did. Some traditions and practices, especially with the younger generation, we are in a day and age where we learn to ask why do we do things a certain way. And some practices are just done out of tradition more than logic or for any reasonable cause. But sometimes you know that it's kind of pointless to do a certain thing a certain way. But I mean, for me, I just try and do it so that I keep my parents happy. I wish everybody a happy Chinese New Year. Treasure the time that you spend with your loved ones. Eat more, we worry about the weight gain later, and safe trip to everybody.